Yeah, this new study finds that men appear to be much more superstitious than women, especially when it comes to money.
Ooh.
Okay. Researchers found men are more likely to take financial risks or gamble after a positive reading from a fortune teller. Authors said the same effect on women was, quote, virtually absent. This was true even among men who claim to be non-believers, revealing that these superstitious beliefs affect males far more than females. I'm a little surprised by that.
I am too.
Yeah. And we're feeling it already. You know, when things seem to be happening, weird things, and things aren't going your way, well, you've likely heard people say, is Mercury in retrograde? Yeah, it's actually a planetary power that can rule your life, or at least have some influence if you're a believer. So we are joined today by astrologist Julie Rader, who can tell us all we need to know about what's happening, because Mercury retrograde is happening tomorrow.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
So first of all, welcome.
Thank you.
And what
it's
does
an honor
this
to
all
be here.
mean?
Oh, well, we're feeling it already because Mercury has its shadow period. So we feel it weeks before. And right now, we're kind of feeling it very intensely. It will actually retrograde tomorrow evening. And what it means, all planets go retrograde, where they appear to move backwards in the sky, but it's an optical illusion. And the planets all have characteristics, and Mercury rules communication. So when a planet is retrograde, it's as if it's on vacation.
That's our job, communication.
I know. Yeah, so you want to back up all your computers and make sure that your car is serviced.
Everyone?
Everyone.
No wonder we're feeling a little wonky already.
Well, the
Things are
weather
getting
has a lot
weird.
to do with it too, right? I mean, it affects the weather and what's going on.
Well, yes, but Mercury's more about electronics and travel.
Okay. That's right.
And use your mental filter because things can come out the wrong way.
Don't sign contracts.
Definitely don't sign contracts.
No.
If you have to, just get expert advice first.
How long does this last, and like what should we do aside from what you just said?
So it will last until October 2nd.
What?
I know. It happens 3 or 4 times a year for about 3 weeks at a time. But we tend to go so fast all the time and live these busy lives. So when Mercury's retrograde, it's a great excuse to slow down.
Okay, you came in here and you knew immediately who was a Gemini. So this affects everybody.
She goes, "You're the
very
Gemini."
differently. Yeah, she goes, you, not me, her. So how does that affect each one of us differently?
Well, Libra will be feeling it a lot because Mercury is in Libra right now, and that's where it's going retrograde.
Mom and Dad.
It's going to retrograde back into Virgo, so Virgos will feel it too.
Virgo, right
So
here.
Virgos and Geminis will feel it a lot because every sign has a ruling planet, and Mercury is the ruling planet for both Gemini and Virgo.
Hey, girl.
I knew
Well, that's not a good thing, though, right? That means
Well,
you
you
have to
might be feeling a little more wonky.
but I feel that way anyway.
Thrive on walls.
You're permanently in retrograde, Roxy.
This is my state of being.
Well, some of us are. I was born with Mercury retrograde, and about 30 to 40% of the population were.
Okay.
So we kind of live our lives Mercury retrograde
that's why you're
and
so
feel a little more at
adaptable,
home
Alexia.
when it is.
There we go.
So who's going to feel it the least then?
Right.
Well, interestingly, the air signs, so it's going to be Libra, Gemini, although Gemini will still feel it a lot, and Aquarius, because it actually is creating a harmonious aspect. So if it's in the same element, and those are the air elements, then it's a little easier for you. You'll still feel it, Gemini.
Okay.
What about the water signs?
Well,
That's
the
me.
water signs, the biggest thing with water signs is to not take anything personally, because the fire signs could accidentally something could fly out of your mouth without using the mental filter, and the water signs could really take it personally.
Oh, okay.
So don't take anything personally.
Okay, I don't. I
Also,
tend not to.
follow your intuition, especially because when Mercury is retrograde, it's more about our inner communication and listening to our inner guidance. So when a planet's retrograde, we go inward more.
Okay, so overall, it's going to affect a lot of people in different ways, but clearly people have to be careful. It all starts tomorrow, right? So what should people do now to get ready?
Well, if you haven't already, get your car serviced. If you have like the tire light on or anything, back up your computers, any important documents on there. Those are the main things. If you're going to travel, then, well, make sure your car is serviced. But if you're traveling by plane, just bring a carry-on. This is when there'll be lots of lost luggage. Could be more delays at the airport.
And one of the things there said, don't venture out and start new projects. So just kind of hold back on adventures.
Yes, this is a great time to go back and revise and edit everything. And then about mid-October would be a great time to launch it forward.
Halloween.
Yeah.
When you meet people and, you know, you say all these things and maybe you've come across people who are like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't, you know, I don't buy this.
Like, are you crazy?
Like,
even my own family.
So, so what do you say to them when, you know, you come across people like that?
You know, it's interesting because the people I come across and I'll say, well, that's because Mercury's in retrograde.
Yes.
And it's usually men, interestingly enough, that now are the ones saying, when is Mercury retrograde? Or you didn't tell me Mercury was going retrograde. So, you know, the proof is in the pudding, as they say.
There's even apps that Geminis follow.
Yes, I believe it. There's certain signs I won't date.
Are you?
Oh, and Julie said, watch out, exes might return back into your
definitely.
life. So.
Mercury retrograde, that's when all the exes contact you again.
All right, this is so super interesting. Thank you so much. We'll all be careful out there, right, ladies? And men who believe, right?
You know that my check engine light is on, so I'm going to...
Oh, see, there you go.
Mine's been on for a while. Just ignore it.
Tomorrow evening is what we'll be feeling it. The day that it stations retrograde and the day it goes direct is when we feel it the most.
All right,
so tomorrow and October 2nd.
Thank you so much, Julie.
Interesting.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah, and for more information, you can, of course, log on to our website. We'll have it all there for you, foxla.com/links.